Hey, so welcome to Guitar Lessons with Guy again. We're going to be looking at a technical exercise. I think it's brilliant for organising your fingers, making sure you've got that balance in your fingers and being able to use your pinky just as well as you can use your index and your first and your second and your third fingers. Hey Joe exercise, I like to call it. It's from Hey Joe, originally a Bob Dylan song. Best version is the Jimi Hendrix version, which was the backing track that I was just playing along to, which I'll be playing a little bit for at the end. And if you want the backing track sent in to you, just let me know and I'll be happy to email it over to you. So the best thing about this technical exercise is the way it organises your fingers, the way it gets you to move in different positions on the fretboard. The way it exercises all your fingers. So when you are trying to play it, try and use exactly the same fingers that I'm using on the music that we're going to look at on the screen. You'll see that the fingers are numbered. The frets are numbered with the finger that you need to use. And that's what we're going to try and stick to. Even if your pinky doesn't want to come out now, these are exercises. You know, it's not a song, it's not a performance. If your finger doesn't want to, little finger doesn't want to come out to some of these frets, it's absolutely fine. But you've got to stretch it, you've got to go for it, you've got to try and use it. You've got to try it. Let's have a little closer look at what we were doing there with the fingers. Get this camera on. We are here. So I'm here. I'm going to start on fret 3 and I'm on the A string there. Then I'm moving straight to the E string, the low E string, and I'm playing that open there. And fret 1, fret 2, fret 3, that gives me this opening riff like this. Oh, this hand a little bit. Without the pick there, you can see me on the A string, and I'm moving on to the E for the others. Open there, 1, 2, 3. That's the first little section of it. Don't worry, I'm going to go through all this with the sheet music and when we've just finished this section. So, if I'm looking at this now, I'll bring this back round. I'm now in fret 2 for the second section of this riff. And I'm going to do this lining up that I've been talking about, lining up with the fingers, a chromatic step. You might say when you're passing through notes without using scale spacing, tone spacing, 4 fingers in a row. That's fret 2. See there, fret 3, fret 4. Fingers 1, 2, 3, 4 in frets. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's step 2. Step 3, I'm going up on the top here. I'm doing the same fingers, same frets. And then step 4, I'm going to reposition this at fret 4, starting on the A string again. You see my guitar there. And fret 4, and I'm going to do another chromatic step with these fingers. Alright. And I'm ending in fret 7 here on an E note. Okay? I'll link them together now. Getting your pinky out, making sure your fingers are organised and you can use each one. You don't have a favourite finger. We don't want any favourite fingers. We don't want any of this. No, we don't play guitar, any string instrument like that. We don't play guitar, any string instrument like that. Organising of the fingers. Let's have a little look at the sheet music that goes along with this. Bring this up. Screen share of this, and this is what we're looking at now. So this here is where I played the 3. So my top string here is switch my camera over there. So my top string here was, this is the E string, your high E string. You've got to remember those strings, that first string is at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is string 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. String 5 with there. This is the biggest string. Your strings will appear upside down because the way we string the guitar is different to the way we learn music. We have high things at the top and low things at the bottom. Your guitar is upside down, the strings technically. Your high string is at the top and your low string is at the bottom. If I just switch my camera back, I'll show you that again here. Your high string is here. String 1, string 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down here. Okay. On the tab, on the sheet music, we are working the opposite way around. So we've ended up with 3 here, then we're on the lowest string. And then we've got fret 1, fret 2, and fret 3. That completes that first section for us. Okay, let's switch back to this section. So that is going to give us section 2, as I explained it in the intro, is that piece there really. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the next section is going to be here. If you can just see above here, I've put the finger numbers on there for you. Finger 1 is playing the 2, finger 2 is playing the 3, finger 3 is playing the 4, finger 4 is playing the 5. That looks like this. Then I got this section here, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. At the end here, I've got a little improvisation to add for those who are feeling a little bit more adventurous. Let's have a little look at that now. I've got this little bit. A hammer from 5 to 7. We'll go over the hammer technique. We'll do something like this in another video, I think. I'm playing this here just once, and this finger's tapping on, hammering on. That's what the bracket means. Bracket means you can only use this once. So if you've got a load of numbers under a bracket, you might end up something like this. I've got to move to here. When Jimi Hendrix is playing all his improvisations, he's waiting for the bass line. Sometimes he plays this little riff and then he's adding his little improvisations. But the one we've got is this one. Let's see if this will play along. Let's see what. Stop that there. There you can feel on there, I've got the metronome clicking along nicely. I'll bring the tempo down. Let's give that another run through. Try that again. A little slower for you. Off we go. And again. Keep using that pinky. And your little improvisation section at the end. Something like this now. Right, let's bring that tempo up a little bit. Let's have another go at that. See if you can. I'll run it through a few times this time. So you've got it's 100's a good tempo. Let's see if we can run it through a few times. If you miss it, if you drop out, don't worry, just try and get back in. What I'll do is I'll do one where I look like I've come out, I've lost it, and then I'll find my way back into it. finding your way back into some piece of music when you've lost it requires musicianship. It's essential. Everybody needs it. Everybody does it. So if you lose yourself in there somewhere, just stop, take a break, and try and get back into the riff, get back into the rhythm. Jump to 4 now. And again. One more. Oh, I've lost it. Well, if I've lost it, I've got to try and get back in. Where am I listening? I'm here. I know where I am now. I'm going to go again. And I'm back in. Okay. If you're getting frustrated with that, let's just take that right down here and do a nice slow one. Have a bash of this one. Excellent. Let's take that screen share down. Right, so hopefully you've had a good go at that, and you're getting those fingers to line up. You're lining them fingers up in 3s, you're lining them fingers up in 4s, you're stretching your pinky, making sure it's just trying to make sure it gets as much exercise as the other fingers. That's how these licks and these solos are played. And saying that, let's have a look at some of the scales that we can improvise with in Hey Joe, and that is done in the real song. Let's have a look at this. So I'm here now. Let's come down. Open pentatones. I think this is the one that you're going to really want to do. It's the guitar scale, isn't it? It's the guitar scale. Let's get the one in here. Let's have a listen. What we're looking for. That's the one. And descending as well. We'll just work on the ascending for now, I think. Let's get the camera back up for the guitar. Right. So we're right up here at fret 12 now. Now you might be able to see I'm keeping my finger on there. You're probably going to be starting off like this: 12, pinky to 15, first finger to 12, 2 notes of string, 12, and then we're out to 15. What we're really looking for is something like this. Gripping with a bar for those last 3, 4 strings. It's all done with that scale, with this position here. Let's have a little play through. So what we want to be able to do now is try once you get comfortable with the Hey Joe riff, once you can organize those fingers, I'll show you now what we can do with that. Okay, I'll leave the scale the scale on the screen. I'm going to play a little bit of Hey Joe. Maybe I'll swap between the 2 screen shares. Get you started off. Let's get started off on the Hey Joe riff, and then I'll just drop that E minor scale onto the screen once we get going. So here's our Hey Joe riff. We don't need the, well, I'll leave the improvisation on. Let's get the backing track running again, and away we go. Start doing now is moving up to the E minor scale and making up a few little licks and tricks to fill in the gap, and then jumping back down here to try and pick up the riff again. Okay, it's great exercise and it's great fun to play along with. So what I'll do now is I'm just going to drop the E minor scale in, so you can see that. Okay, and bring the track up. I'm going to try and improvise along with this now using this scale. Up to 12. Okay, right, where I am. So you can see the uses for that. The riff is amazing. 4 fingers, 3 fingers lining up, and then trying to throw some improvisations out, especially in E minor, because it's nice and far away from where you want to be at C, down at fret 3. So you've got to travel, you've got to get your hand up there, get into the scale position, try and get a few notes out, and then get back down to fret 3. And if you can do that in guitar, you're not doing bad at all. This has been, I've been Guy James, you know me. We've been doing technical exercise for Hey Joe. If you want the sheets or anything sending out, email me. I'm happy to send them over. All right. Thanks a lot. I'll see you on the next one.